So if you're part of the modern gig economy, a delivery driver, a freelance creative, you name it, you've probably had this feeling that traditional insurance just doesn't get you, right? It's really built for a totally different world, that old 9 to 5 grind. But what if insurance could actually understand your life, your work patterns, and even your intent? Okay, let's dive into exactly what that means. The entire innovation here really boils down to the question being asked. See, traditional insurance asks a pretty simple question. Did a specific event, like rain, happen? But FlexiCover AI asks something so much smarter, so much more relevant. Were you prevented from earning money? It seems like a small change in words, but honestly, it represents a massive leap forward in thinking.
So why is a change like this so absolutely necessary? Well, it's because the old model is just completely out of sync with how millions of people actually work today. It's a rigid system trying to operate in an incredibly flexible world. I mean, think about it for a second. A traditional policy might pay out if it rains. But what if it rains at 3 a.m. when you're sound asleep? Yeah, the event happened, but it didn't affect your ability to work at all. Or what if, say, a local festival blocks all the roads, but it doesn't trigger a weather event? You can't work, but guess what? You're not covered. The whole system is based on the event, not the actual impact on your life. And this is exactly where FlexiCover AI comes in. This isn't just an update or some minor tweak to the old system. No, this is a complete redesign from the ground up, built for the reality of how we work right now. Let's give it a name: behavior-aware insurance. Now, the really cool part here is the focus on intent and potential. It's ensuring you and your ability to make a living, not just insuring against a random thunderstorm. That distinction, that's everything. And this line just nails it. It perfectly illustrates the core idea. We're moving protection from this abstract thing, an event, to something incredibly personal, a missed opportunity. It's all about protecting your wallet, your time, and your effort. Okay, so how does this thing actually work? It might sound a bit like magic, but it's all powered by some seriously clever behavioral AI. So let's pop the hood and break down the engine behind this whole idea. All right, so the user experience here is designed to be incredibly simple, which is key. Let's just walk through it. First, you sign up. Easy enough. Then the AI just quietly gets to work in the background, learning your unique work habits. After just a short time, it gets smart enough to predict what you'll probably earn on any given day. And then the final step, when a disruption happens, the system checks if you are likely going to work, verifies that intent, and boom, triggers an instant payout. It's simple, seamless, and really, really smart. So how does the AI actually figure all this stuff out? Well, the first big piece of the puzzle is what we're calling intent-based insurance. The AI isn't just guessing here. It's analyzing real data patterns, like when you typically work, your activity on work apps, even your location movements, to build this incredibly reliable picture of your professional life. And this is what makes the system so fair and accurate. Let's say you're a delivery driver who almost always works in the evenings. If it starts pouring rain at 7 p.m., the system knows you've lost income, payout triggered. But that exact same storm at 2 a.m., when you're always offline, no payout. This simple logic filters out all those irrelevant events and, as a bonus, dramatically reduces the chance of fraud. Now, the second innovation is, I think, just as brilliant: dynamic coverage. Look, your work isn't the same every single day, so why on earth should your insurance be? The system automatically ramps up your coverage on days you're likely to earn more, like a busy Saturday, and then dials it back on quieter days. It literally adapts to you. I absolutely love this analogy. It just perfectly captures the whole concept, right? It's a simple subscription-style service, but it has this layer of intelligence that tailors itself to your life every single day. That means you're never over or underinsured. And the third pillar here is the AI earnings prediction engine. This is what gets rid of those unfair one-size-fits-all payouts. So instead of some flat rate, the AI predicts what you specifically would have earned on that particular day based on your history, demand, and a bunch of other factors. So instead of getting some generic payout, the system says, hey, we predict you would have made about 900 rupees today. So here's a payout based on that very specific, personalized number. It's the difference between a generic apology and a payment that actually reflects what you lost. And it gets even more detailed. The system can offer hour-level protection, covering you for just a couple of hours if that's all you need. Plus, its fraud detection is super advanced. It goes way beyond just GPS to spot suspicious patterns, which helps keep the system fair for everybody. So when you put all of these pieces together, the impact becomes crystal clear. What you end up with is a system that is just fundamentally smarter, way more responsive, and much, much fairer. This chart really just lays it all out, putting the difference in sharp focus. Let's just run down the list here. Both systems can use a weather trigger. Sure, you see the check marks. But that's pretty much where the similarities end. Traditional insurance, it's stuck with a fixed payout. FlexiCover AI? Nope, gets rid of that. What about behavior-based payouts, income prediction, dynamic coverage? You only see check marks on the FlexiCover AI side. This isn't just an improvement, it's a completely new category.
So what does this all mean for the future? I mean, this is bigger than just insurance for gig workers. It's really about a whole new philosophy of protection. The real takeaway here is this. We're moving away from these rigid event-based systems and toward intelligent, adaptive systems that actually understand human behavior. For the gig economy, this could be a total game changer. For the very first time, freelance workers might have a genuine, responsive safety net. That could subtly shift the whole dynamic, giving workers more security and with it more power. It's a shift from just insuring things to truly insuring lives. And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to ponder. If our technology can understand our intent to work, what other intents could it learn to understand and protect? Our intent to learn something new, to stay healthy, to connect with people. This could be just the beginning of a much smarter and maybe even a more empathetic world.